off his line and clear the ball upfield. But it's St. Peter's with it. Bazi looking to find Dion Stevens. Stevens cut out by Dave Warner, and it's a throw-in for St. Peter's deep into Garden Hotspurs defensive third. It's David hitting that one across the field, cut out temporarily by Spurs, went back by St. Peter's. It's Dion Stevens now on the left side, have lots of space, looking to put that one in, and it's a poor cross as Spurs goalkeeper just see that one go over the goal line, and it's a goal kick for Garden Hotspurs. Spurs coming off a win from their last game, defeating St. Paul's 2-1. St. Peter's, on the other hand, came up with a draw, and they're looking to get back into the win column. Shot comes in there by Giant Duncan, and that one is collected easily, and it's a quick outlet there by Garden Hotspurs. Challenger with the ball now, looking for Shaquille Adams. Adams with the ball, goes back. And it's a long ball over now. Steve Archibald cuts on the inside, looking for space. Goes all the way over to the left side, finds Tikai. Tikai controls, one to beat. Lyndon David in pursuit, and it's blocked. Archibald with the ball still, cut out by Galloway. And Valmont winning back that one for Garden Hotspurs. And Nichols can't keep that one in field, and it's a throw-in for St. Peter's Development Bank. St. Peter's, and just to remind you, this league is sponsored by National Bank Group of Companies, our title sponsor. We also have a few other sponsors. That's SKB MRI, NCI Wellcare, Dasani Water, and Powerade. And we thank all our sponsors for coming on board as we continue to support football action here in St. Kitts. And it's Macanem Gums with a little fancy pass there. Still Gums with it, looking to go on the inside. Gums looking to make a solo run here. Gums is tripped up a bit, and there's a late whistle as referee Shando Wilkinson was allowing the advantage to play there, but Macanem Gums was not able to recontrol that ball. So it's a free kick, some 40 yards out for St. Peter's, and Dion Stevens alone is standing over the ball, and I suspect he will probably be looking to go straight to goal on this one. The whistle goes. Dion looking to bend that one around, and Tuckett controls and just wrap up that one nicely here on a Friday evening. Spurs takes their time. Tuckett, Brandon Tuckett for Spurs. Quick outlet to Maddie Nichols. Nichols playing that one down, and it's cut out by Gums. Gums with the ball, looking to go on the inside for Kirkland Harris. Broken up there by Garden Hotspurs. Nichols comes in with it. He's being challenged by Gums as that one is deflected off of Gums, and it's a throw-in for Garden Hotspurs here on the western side of the field. So it's a free kick for Garden Hotspurs. just some 5 yards off of the penalty area. Tuckett comes wide, finds Nichols. Nichols looking to play that one down into the challenge in the channel for Challenger. Challenger controls, turns on the inside, looking for Adams. Adams looking to play through that one for Archibald, and it's a foot chase, and Hanley off his line quick and early, and saving the day for St. Peter's. And St. Peter's has been a bit open here down the middle between Garden and Bazzi, but it's St. Peter's looking to go on the inside. Cut out there by Adams. Adams goes back to Warner. Warner goes all the way back to his goalkeeper, that's Tuckett. Tuckett looking to go right side. Hitting that one upfield, Shelvin Allen flicking on that one, and Gordon clears his line. Hitting that one over. Shelvin Allen controls. And the referee Wilkinson signaling that it's St. Peter's throw. Shelvin Allen going for the ball and looking to play quickly. So it's Leon Stevens being chipped up, but Giant Duncan comes away with it. Duncan looking to get through 3 men, and he's stripped there and fouled by Shaquille Adams. And it's infringement against Garden Hotspurs as we are in the 8th minute of play. Still 0-0 here. No one yet to get any clear-cut chance. Spurs has been looking a bit threatening with a 1-2 through balls. And ball playing over, and Archibald booting that one away, picked up by Galloway. Galloway controls. Looking to, he's being challenged there by Challenger. And Galloway plays that one into touch. Well, it seemed as if it deflected off of the Spurs player, so it's a throw-in for St. Peter's. Kirkland Harris taking on the chest. He's being surrounded by some 3 Spurs. Challenger comes away with it now, looking to find Tikoy. Tikoy goes back to Challenger. Challenger looking to switch play. Finds Archibald. Archibald with lots of space on the inside. He's running away with it now, met by Galloway. Play through that one for Challenger. Challenger looking to fire a shot, and Hanley coming up with a brilliant save here, keeping St. Peter's in the game. And Spurs looking very threatening here in the first half, first 10 minutes of this game. But it's St. Peter's looking to counter-attack now, and it's a poor ball there by Aiden Nurse as Nichols goes back to his goalkeeper and Tuckett getting that one. Challenger looking to take that one. It's cut out by Delroy Bazzi. And St. Peter's now looking to go wide. Finds Gums. Gums looking for some space on the inside. Gums looking to play through that one for Kirkland, but win back by Aiden. Aiden hitting it over to the far post. And it's Deon Stevens with the ball. Looking to cut back for Giant Duncan. And it's a corner kick for St. Peter's. So St. Peter's looking to lock up now, and Gordon looking to make a late move, trying to get down, as we know that he is one of the dangerous players in the air for St. Peter's. And Gordon getting down as Deon Stevens wait. And ball plays, and Tuckett looking to punch away that one. Shot coming in there by Lyndon David as that one goes high all the way down into Lozak Road, down on the roof there. And it's a goal kick for Garden Hotspurs. So we're now into the 11th minute of play. We're still 0-0. Garden Hotspurs getting their first clear-cut. Challenger firing a left booter, and Hanley was equal to the task in terms of keeping that one out of the goal. Coming up with a brilliant save, but it's Tikar doing a bit of work. They're getting away from some 3 St. Peter's players. And Nurse now is under that one. And it's an infringement against Nurse. So we're seeing St. Peter's again getting a slow start here as like they did in their last game. Over the ball, Nichols trying to play that ball into Giant to see if he can get an early yellow card against Giant Duncan. But it's Spurs now looking to play down the left side for Nichols. Nichols with a poor cross, does not beat the first defender. One back there by Archibald. Archibald to Nichols. Nichols with another poor cross again. But Archibald controls. Archibald looking to get into the area, and he's met there by Delroy, and Nichols with the ball again. A third cross, and Nichols with a poor cross again. That ball being on his good foot, which is his left foot, and Nichols not able to beat the defender. But Gums goes wide, finds Giant Duncan. Duncan want to beat, looking to square that one across, and Kirkland Harris not able to control properly. But Spurs now with the ball. Nichols inside to Adams. Adams back on the outside to Nichols. Nichols looking to go down the line, finds Archibald on the inside. Adams with the ball now. Adams looking to do a bit too much, but Giant Duncan winning that one. Playing that one through, and Kirkland Harris with the ball now. Kirkland Harris cut on the inside, fires a shot, and that one just goes into the hands of Tuckett. A little popcorn shot, as we would call it. And St. Peter's now looking to get into their own strides now. It's Bazi. Goes to Nurse. Nurse on the outside to Stevens. Stevens with the ball now. Stevens goes back to Galloway. Galloway looking to make something happen here. Stevens comes all the way over to the right side. Finds David. David goes wider. Finding Gums. And Gums with the ball now. One man to beat. Gums looking to do a little shimmy here. Looking to do a little rinse out. But Tikoy not buying it. Gums still with the ball. Not able to get around Tikoy. Goes back to David. David cuts on the inside. Looking to go inside. Cut out there by Archibald, who's doing a bit of defensive work there for Garden Hotspurs. And Spurs is very, very compact in defense. Tikoy goes to Nichols. And a bit of good knocking there by Garden Hotspurs. Lovely football there by Garden Hotspurs. Playing with lots of confidence. Archibald playing that one down for Challenger, and Challenger comes over with it. Challenger looking to take on Bazi, and Bazi luckily clearing the lines there. Win back by Spurs, but it's Tikoy. Takes his time, goes on the inside, finds Chubney. Chubney goes back to Nichols, and Nichols slows it down a bit and finds Tuckett. But I'm now joined here by Norval McCoy, as I'll just allow him to just introduce himself.
Broadcast, and so far, Derek, Spurs looking very much comfortable. Lots of passes, quite easy on the ball, and here they're breaking away across, coming to Challenger, and Challenger not making the best of it. Open chance, goalkeeper and him alone, and he found the Western upright, past it, not even close, not even on target.
I mean, Challenger was all alone. I guess he was probably surprised that he was that open. He should have done much better with that. He had the chance earlier using the left boot and putting that one at the far post where Hanley pushed that one away, and now getting one coming across and failing to volley it into the back of the net where Spurs should have been up some 1-0 here in Norval.
I think that was easier than the one that he took the left booter. The left booter was, I think he did as much as he could have done. Maybe technically he could have gone to the left or the right, but he got some power behind it. But this one, he just needed to guide it in one of the corners and missed everything.
So it's Spurs looking to press again, and there's a foul. And Galloway will be picking up the yellow card here in the 15th minute of play. So Steve Archibald has been all over the place for Garden Hotspurs so far.
Clearly, you know, their best player. He's pulling all the strings, looking very good on the ball, and when necessary, he returns in defense to support this defensive unit. He's definitely their talisman, but a lot of his forward passes are going to find Challenger, and he will have to start making better use of the supply that he's getting.
Yes, and he has been getting some good supply the last couple of games, and he has to do much better. But I must say though, Narvel, Spurs is looking very organized. They are playing much quicker. They are closing down St. Peter's, not giving St. Peter's much space to play. And they have a free kick of their own. And Allen with a poor cross as Hanley comes off his line, collects that one, but St. Peter's is slow in terms of getting out as Hanley finds David on the right side. David have lots of space, plays that one down into the channel and cut out there, win back by St. Peter's. Nurse going over to the left side, finds Bazi. Bazi is met there by Sherwin Allen. And it's a throw-in. Well, it seems as if it's a free kick, so it's a foul against Allen, and it's a quick ball down the left side. It's Stevens looking to cut back that one for Gums. Gums playing it through, and Gums puts it into the back of the net. St. Peter's getting the first chance and putting it away. Spurs was caught napping there, Novel. There was a free kick. St. Peter's played quickly down the left side. Dion Stevens squaring it back for Gums, and Gums taking a one-time shot, putting it past Tuckett and putting St. Peter's up some 1-0 here.
Excellent football. Not on behalf of Spurs. Spurs, as you said, were caught napping, not really looking for that quick play. And McKenna Gums, he did what he was supposed to do. And I must say, Derek, from the very first game that Gums played, I think he has shown a massive amount of growth and maturity, and the way that he's been conducting himself for St. Peter's, for me, has been impressive. This is what you call a goal against the run of play, really. Spurs looking the better of the chances, but St. Peter's, the team that has gone in the ascendancy.
And it just shows, Novel, that when you get your chances, you have to count them. I mean, Challenger just got a open chance where he was found all alone, and he failed to put the ball on target. And St. Peter's getting their first chance of the game in the 17th minute of play, and Gums making no joke and putting St. Peter's up some 1-0.
I mean, how often do you see it in football that a team may have 70% possession? They dominate the ball, and the team comes away and beat that same team 3-0 because they convert maybe 3 out of 6 chances that are presented to them, and that seemingly is a situation here. Spurs looking better, but goals are what determines football.
That is so true. We now see St. Peter's pulling back just about everyone. There's another free kick again for Spurs, just in the same area. Allen took the last one. Now we see Heiliger and Adams standing over the ball here as they wait for the whistle. Shander Wilkinson is making sure that the 10 yards is set, and the whistle goes. Can Spurs get the equalizer? And it's a poor cross again by Adams, putting a little too much on that one, overhitting it, and that one goes for a goal kick there, Novel.
Yes, a goal kick for St. Peter's. St. Peter's, they have responded to the early pressure from Spurs really well, getting a goal, getting that first goal, that opening goal of the game. That now puts some pressure on Spurs, and they will have to find a way to respond, and if they are to make a contest of this one. So far, they have been passing the ball well. Their movement off the ball has been good. Their closing down has been excellent, winning most of the first balls, but just switched off at the wrong time, and it cost them a goal. But they continue to look good, but will have to make the best of the chances that are presented to them. Thus far, Challenger has been the man that has received most of those chances. He hasn't been able to put one away, and they're down 1-0. You mentioned earlier that St. Peter's had a slow start, and similarly so when we covered the game on Tuesday night with Keon, just that Keon went ahead in that game against them, and then they grew into the game as the game went on. And seems like it's a similar situation here, where they have gotten a slow start, but they have been able to put their chance away and come away with that one. They are ahead 1-0. But here is this ball down the left side, down the left channel. A cross is coming in. Valman Jeffers deal with it partially. It's cleared now. Picked up in midfield for Spurs. Spurs looking to hit long. Challenger tries to control. Gets around Delroy Bazi. There's a foot chase between him and Hanley. Hanley wins this one. Coming off of the line. But is he out of the box? Official decides no. The crowd had something to say about that, Derek.
Well, the crowd is in the stands and they're not able to see the line. But Hanley getting off his line and just collecting that one. Not as clean as he would have loved to, but he managed to kept it in the box. So it's a throw-in for Development Bank St. Peters as Bazi on the left side will take his time as they are now up some 1-0, getting that goal off the boot of Macadam Gums in the 17th minute of play. So St. Peters now just slowing down the game just a bit, but it's Galloway with the ball. Goes back to Bazi. Bazi controls. Bazi chipping this one over, looking for Harris, and the ball flick on. Giant Duncan looking to get on the end of it. Giant Duncan still met by Dave Warner, and Giant Duncan still with the ball. Gets up, fires a shot, and tuck it. Not handling that one as perfect, but managed to recover and getting that one back into his hands. And we now see the guy Burgers coming around, the man with a lot of chats, 100% Spurs fans. Nonetheless, he backs his team all the way novel, regardless if they're losing or not.
Yes, he gives it everything. And the moment Spurs got the first point, he said to persons, you need to watch the creep up. And they were so far back in the table. But I think there are lots of positives for Spurs right now. They really started poorly this season. They're in the second game of the second round, won the first one, and they're down 1-0, but going to have to respond if they are to make a game of this against St. Peters. Adams with it in midfield. He goes to Chumney, but Chumney is fouled by Duncan.
Well, just to say, Garden Hotspurs is still in relegation zone. They're still in 9th position, and they have their work cut out for them. They will have to win a few games and win them handsomely. But it's Tikoi looking to get around Bazi, and Bazi doing a bit of defensive work here now. As St. Peter's looking like they're much organized now. They have gotten that goal and that go-ahead goal. They have broken the safe of Garden Hotspurs and able to get that 1-goal lead, and they're looking to extend their lead even more as Spurs is looking to get the equalizer, as we see Delroy Bazi taking his eyes off of that one and allowing that one to go over the byline. So it's a throw-in for Garden Hotspurs. Archibald now with it. He's met there by Giant Duncan, and Gums picks it up. Gums looking to weave his way through the midfield. Giant Duncan still with it. Comes right side, finds David. David looking to find Gums. Gums with the ball. A little fanciness there by Gums, but it seems as if every time Gums get the ball, he have to put on a little bit of show for the fans there, Novel.
Not just as I was saying, he seemingly has matured. He's gone back to that showtime sort of behavior. I'm hoping that the goal that he scored is not getting to his head. He just needs to keep it simple, and when he does so, he seems to be very dangerous, a very effective player along the wings. He might be played in here by Duncan. Gums picks it up now on the right side, looking for a pass. Will he find it? He skips around two players. He checks, goes back onto the right foot, and he loses it.
Well, the fans and the coaches are asking Gums to pass the ball. He did a bit of work there, lots of dribbling, and now he's not able to get back on defense, but Spurs looking to counter-attack here, turns it over. Nurse getting back and doing a bit of work. Nurse now looking to go left side, finds his captain Dion. Dion looking to play through that one for Harris, and Harris was looking for that one down into the channel, but Stevens playing that one at the back, down through the middle. But it's Spurs now looking to get forward. as Valman Jeffers goes back to Tuckett. Tuckett have lots of space, looking to switch side. Goes over, finds Warner. Warner inside to Adams. Adams back to Chubney. Chubney now with the ball. Comes square, finds Nichols on the left side. Nichols back on the inside, finds Steve Archibald. Archibald looking for Allen. Allen to Adams. Allen now looking to get away from Nurse. Allen still with the ball. Allen looking for help. And Spurs not pushing much players forward. Now Archibald with the ball. Spurs slowing it down a bit. Allen goes to looking to take on Stevens. And Heiliger not able to keep that one infield, but it's a throw-in nonetheless to guard Hotspurs. And we are now here in the 27th minute of play. St. Peter's leading this encounter 1-0. That goal coming off of the boot of Mackinnon Gums in the 17th minute of play, where Spurs was caught napping. St. Peter's taking a quick free kick down the left side. Dion Stevens getting down, squaring it back, and Mackinnon Gums just hitting it one time, and Tuckett getting a touch on that one through the cluster, but the cross comes in. Ball drop loose, and St. Peter's clearing the lines. Now Stevens with the ball. Stevens looking to get through, and Dave Warner hitting that one upfield as that one goes over the goal line for a goal kick for St. Peter's.
Spurs not, Derek, been able to make use of the opportunities in the attacking third. They still continue to pass the ball well. They must get that quality pass in the final third that will continue to trouble the defense of St. Peter's. But again, they're probably ruining those early chances that fell to Challenger. He just was unable to get it past Hanley. And they have taken a bit of a sting out of the game, St. Peter's, slowed it down. But I think when it's slower, it suits Spurs. They pass the ball really well. They get in position. Here they are again down the right side. Gordon is going to deal with this one. He finds Duncan. Duncan shields. It goes back to Nurse. A strong tackle by Adams just to keep things quiet. Duncan goes forward, finds Deonis Stephen. He cuts on the inside. He finds Jan Duncan looking to play a through ball. It's cut out. Dave Warner with it, finding Tikoy Huggins. He finds Adams, comes back to Chumney. He's been pushed off the ball, and Nichols picks up on the left back position, but an infringement has been called on Chumney, and Spurs are going to have a free kick. Jeffers takes over.
So it's Warner now looking to find Allen. Allen goes back to Heiliger. Heiliger hitting that one downfield, and Bazzi dealing with that one easily. But it's now Allen with the ball. Allen to Archibald. Archibald is in some traffic, managed to get through, and it's Allen now looking to square that one back, and St. Peter's is there just waiting for the cross. Galloway and Duncan.
I think it was a not the right decision by Allen. He should have gone probably across the face of the goal just on the 6-yard box, because there was no one really running towards that pass in that general area that Allen put that one. So I think he made a sort of a bad decision in that situation.
So it's a free kick for St. Peter's. But it's Dion Stephen. He's being tackled there by Warner and managed to skip away, squaring that one across, and Jeffers clearing the lines, picked up here by Gums now. Gums is challenged by Archibald, and it's an infringement against Archibald. So Gums picking up the foul there against Archibald. Spurs is looking a little more alert and standing on the ball and not allowing St. Peter's to play quickly there like they got caught when St. Peter's scored the goal, but it's Dion Stevens coming over, and he will look to take this one over the wall. The last one, he got it on target, but Tuckett dealt with it properly. So let's see if Stevens can get this one on target again and extend their lead. We're in the 31st minute of play. The whistle goes. Stevens looking to play that one under the wall. And the wall does its job. And Stevens with the ball still goes back to Galloway. Galloway controls, looking to go wide, finds Linden. David to Galloway. Galloway hitting that one down, finds Duncan. Duncan finding Gums in a wide position. And I find that Gums has been getting a lot of space out on the line though, Novel, but it's St. Peter's still with it. Nurse finds Stephen. Stephen back to Nurse. Nurse not shooting, looking to play through that one. Nurse have the ball on his left foot, Novel. His stronger foot, and not looking to take the shot at all.
Yeah, he was open on the top of the box. I think that's a distance that you could trouble goalkeepers from. He opted to pass, probably just trying to play in one of his attackers. But here is Spurs. Steve Clark with this one on the chest, just on the top of the box. Cleared by Galloway, picked up by Adams. Adams looking for Challenger. Challenger looking to play in Archibald, and that one taking a snapshot, but not catching it cleanly, and it sailed over the crossbar. And there you see, again, Spurs, Derek, every time they get forward, they look like they can cut something open in the defense.
Yeah, well, each and every time they move the ball quickly, you can see that they're able to get behind St. Peter's, and they have slowed it down a bit where they had success in the first 10 minutes thereabout, where they was playing the ball quickly and was able to get down the line and get behind of St. Peter's, but they have slowed it down a bit and allowing St. Peter's to get time to lock up in the defense. But Spurs have their work cut out for them, as I said. They're not playing bad. They're creating chances, and they will need to get more balls on target. But it's Dion Stevens looking to get down, and he kicked that one in. But Allen recovering and hitting this one upfield, looking for Challenger. Challenger controls, looking for help. Goes all the way back, finds Warner. Warner into Tikoy. And it's now Spurs. Challenger laying off that one for Allen. Allen on the inside. Adams finds Archibald. Archibald gifted it away. And St. Peter's now with the ball now. Nurse looking for help. Goes wide. Finds Stevens. Stevens cuts on the inside. Beating Heiliger easily. Nurse now with the ball. Comes all the way over to David. And St. Peter's now enjoying some finish and some possession here. Gums flicking on that one for Duncan. Duncan with a one touch to Gums. Gums looking to get beyond Nichols. Spraying that one across. Cut out by Jeffers. And it's a poor cross again by Gums. But St. Peter's winning back that ball quickly. Duncan hitting that one over to the far post. And this one could be trouble as Stevens pushing into the back of Heiliger. And it's an infringement against Dion Stevens. So Spurs now looking to play quickly on the left side as Allen with the ball.
It's showing Allen finds Challenger. Challenger returns the pass. A little bit of one to play. He decides to advance. He's taking up the space. Gordon has some work. Get around Gordon, big, strong defender. He doesn't. This one comes back to Adams. Adams with space and time. Looking to play into Coy Huggins. He controls. He loses this one. Aiden Nurse picks up in midfield. Find McKinnon Gums. Gums playing a long ball to Kirkland Harris. It's going to be a foot race. Dave Warner wins this one, and he nods it back to his goalkeeper. Who's going to play out from the back with Jeffers? Jeffers letting it roll to Nichols. Nichols doesn't play quickly, almost loses it. Comes back to him, but it's a poor pass by Chomney. And that one goes into touch. Now, Derek, you mentioned the fact that Gums have been finding a lot of space down the right side, and a lot of that is due to the fact that Nichols is not coming wide to pick him up. He's hugging the touchline, and as a result, Nichols playing very narrow, and he's giving up that space that is very wide, and that is what's causing Gums to be in that much space. And he seems to be an absolutely skillful player, and if he has a lot of time, he has maybe more than enough time to think about how he's going to get around you.
Well, I guess Nichols is playing smart as well in terms of playing a bit closer to his central defense and not wanting to go out too wide to create a one-on-one with Gums. So he's staying home and allowing Gums to come to him where he can close him down a bit closer, where he have help in terms of coverage as well. So just in case if he gets beat, Gums does not have much space.
So it means Huggins will have to do a job in terms of tracking back then.
Exactly. So while Matty Nichols stays on the inside, Huggins will have to track back to help out on the back. But it's St. Peters with the ball. Galloway looking to use his pace against Nichols. Gums with the ball. One-on-one. Gums cuts back. Hitting that one over and not finding anyone on the back post. But Adams finds Archibald. Archibald gives it away to St. Peters, and Spurs have much possession so far. Stevens going across, and Stevens squaring back that one for Nurse, and Nurse puts it into the back of the net. And this looks like as if St. Peters is on the training ground textbook style novel. Dion Stevens again getting around Heiliger, getting down, squaring it back. No one tracking Nurse, and Nurse just slotting that one into the far post. St. Peters 2.
Well, very easy football indeed. Stephen is the man who created the problems, and it just shows you, Derek, when you give away the ball in midfield, what can happen. Spurs had the ball just now. They didn't make good of it. They gave it away, and Stephen was able to get around his marker, cut back that ball just about in the middle of the box, and Nurse did what he was supposed to do. His second goal in 2 matches. Scored against Keon as well.
Yes, indeed, and St. Peters are in cruise control now as we approach the 38 minutes of play. So that goal coming in the 38 minutes there via the boot of Aiden Nurse. And St. Peters leading this encounter some 2 goals to nil. Spurs had their chances earlier in the game, and Challenger was not able to capitalize, and now Spurs is on the back foot while St. Peters is in close control.
Definitely, Spurs now will have to show a big mentality to come back here, Derek. Being down some 2 goals, we're still maybe another 6-7 minutes left in the half plus added time. They will have to find a way to respond. I've been asking about that response since the first goal. They haven't been cutting edge since the first goal went in. They really looked good before, getting some good chances, but has since then somewhat fallen asleep. And St. Peters continue to grow into the game and look good. The 2 wing players in Stevens and Gums are the ones creating most of the problems down the wing. Gums down the right side and Steven down the left side.
So it's Gums now with the ball and hitting that one off of the body of Nichols. Tikoy goes on the inside, finds Adams. Adams with the ball, finds Archibald. Archibald getting away from Gordon, goes wide, finds Sherwin Allen. Allen looking to square that one across, and Challenger not able to redirect that one on target, but it's Spurs still with it. Chubney goes on the inside to Nichols. Nichols with a big toe special there, Novel, and that one just sailed over the crossbar. Not a bad try there by Nichols. Was not able to put the instep on the ball, and that one had a bit of movement. Good shot coming there by Nichols.
Well, not what you would have written in the textbook, but what you want is a shot on goal. It wasn't on target, mind you, but it was a good idea. He was opening space on the top of the box. He was able to get the shot off. Yes, it was the toe, not the laces, but at the end of the day, he got the shot off. Spurs again, Derek, they're getting into good positions. And the man who's usually getting on the end of them is Challenger. And since the last game, even against St. Paul's, I say he needs to do better. He hasn't been doing good with the chances that have been presented to him.
So true, and I know Challenger is feeling the heat right now, and seeing his team going down some 2-0, and he getting most of the chances, the clear-cut chances to probably where he could have probably got the go-ahead goal for his team, and he failed to do so. But St. Peter's is enjoying a 2-0 cushion right now at the moment. Dion Stephen has been great on the left side so far. He has been getting the best, having the best of Heiliger. And Heiliger, who had a great game last game against St. Paul's, and he has been left out there on an island all by himself, and Dion Stephen is just taking advantage of the youngster.
It just shows the difference that they can make. Looking good against Keon and struggling here. Cross coming in, head go up. It's been cleared momentarily. Can Challenger bring this under control? Gordon wins the header. He goes to Galloway. Galloway shielding that one, getting it to Bazi. Nurse playing forward to Stephen, who has created lots of problems on that left side. But a foul on Nurse.
Well, Archibald. Infringement is called on Archibald, and you know, St. Peter's coach is Austin Deacon Huggins, a former player of Garden Hotspurs and a former coach of Garden Hotspurs. But it's St. Peter's squaring this one across. Giant Duncan picks it up, and that one deflecting off of one of the Spurs players, as we saw Nichols sacrificing his body there, and Valmont Jeffers getting into the mix and just touching that one over. That one could have been into the back of the net easily.
I think it was destined for the back of the net. And similar play, Derek, coming down that left side, cutting it back. No one picking up the man running from midfield into the box. So someone's not doing their work for Spurs, and it possibly might be the man Chomney. He should be the man covering Aiden Nurse in that position.
Well, so true. And well, the defenders on a whole will have to do a lot more communicating in terms of their midfield and getting their players marking. Also, Shervin Allen have his work cut out for him, but ball play through and Tuckett taking that one easily. And Spurs now looking to break on the right side with Shervin Allen. Shervin Allen will have to help out a bit more in terms of helping Heiliger, because we see Shaquille Bazi overlapping several times and linking up with Dion Stevens as well. But it's St. Peter's with the ball. Giant Duncan looking to find Galloway, and that one is hit into touch. So it's a throwing on the eastern side for Garden Hotspurs. And just in case you're not missing any football action, we're here now into the 44th minute of play, and St. Peter's leading this encounter some 2-0. And it's a poor shot coming in there as Hanley taking that one on the chest, and you call that a popcorn shot there. And Hanley is just wasting a bit of time and trying to melt the clock here as we draw nearer and nearer to halftime. St. Peter's looking to go on the left side again, finding Stevens where they have been having lots of success. Stevens getting the best of Heiliger again, squaring that one across and the head going up. Valmont Jeffers putting that one away, picked up by St. Peter's. Giant Duncan with the ball. Cuts back with a Crive turn. And Giant still with the ball. He's fouled a bit there, but there is no whistle. Giant still with it. And lovely turn there. And Shaquille Bazi can't get that one on target. A lovely turn there by Shaquille Bazi to get away from the defender. And was not able to get off a proper shot to put that one on target. But St. Peter's is enjoying every bit of this game now, Norval.
Oh yes, looking really easy for them. As you say, almost appears to be training ground work. The Spurs team not closing down well. Earlier in the game they were doing so. The moment the goal scored, they seem to have just switched off, not maintaining that level of focus and concentration, and they have been exploited by Stevens generally, and he's linking up with a number of other players, including Duncan and Shaquille Bazi, who continues to overlap. But I think that creates opportunity for Spurs. If he's overlapping so high, there must be space down the right side for Spurs, and they have not been able to find a way to exploit this at all. And there you see Hanley again with so much confidence, just playing around with the ball in his box, and nobody from the Spurs team getting forward to close down. And there you see Bazi giving it away again.
Bazi being a bit lacquered in his eyes off of the ball again. And it's a throw-in for...
Derek, I just think Spurs have just missed a step. That was an opportunity to play quickly, and they waited for Nichols to get forward to take a throw, and that allowed the St. Peter's defense to get themselves organized. They have just...
They went down 1-0, and they still had that energy and time, and I suspect that this will be the final play as Heiliger coming across. Shanda Wilkinson is just waiting for the corner kick to be taken to see what happens, and ball played across and heads going up. Yet to clear the area, and Hanley collecting that came off of the head of a Spurs player. Hanley staying down on the ground and just allowing his team to push up and out of the box, and this could be the final play of the game as Hanley kicks this one upfield. And Hanley looking to punt. The referee puts the whistle in her mouth, and there goes the halftime whistle. So St. Peter's putting themselves up some 2-0, and Spurs will be feeling a bit drained here in the first half. Novel. They exerted so much energy in the first 10 minutes of this game. They created some two early chances. Challenger putting one on target. Hanley was equal to the task in terms of pushing it away, and Challenger again getting a volley and was not able to put it on target. And we saw St. Peter's just coming back, getting 2 chances of their own and putting them into the back of the net and being up some 2-0.
Well, it just shows the importance of taking your opportunities when they are presented to you. And rightly so, the Spurs were intense in the first 10 minutes. They didn't take their chances. The first chance that St. Peter's got, they were able to put it away. And after that, St. Peter's built some momentum, started their passing game, started exploiting spaces down the left side, or that one-on-one situation with Stevens and Heiliger, which Stevens continued to get the better of, and they have put themselves in a very dominant position. The question is, will Spurs be able to bounce back in the second half?
Well, let's just hope that George Yellerman Isaac can come up with a better second half game plan. I mean, he had a good first half game plan, but Challenger was not able to execute. So let's see as we take a 15-minute break and see what Spurs will bring back to the table.
National Home Loans. Home ownership made easy. When you're with National, you're home.
The SKNFA loves football. And part of loving the game is making sure the players have access to the best healthcare. Never before has the association taken such a big step in looking out for our players. That's why our partnership with SKB MRI is vitally important. This is an essential step towards better and faster player recovery.
At SKB MRI, you benefit from world-class diagnostics and equipment built for top athletes and suited for everyone. Located in St. Kitts, it's easy to schedule an appointment. You can also look forward to amazing customer service from professionals who truly care about your health and recovery. We want you back in the game as soon as possible and fully recovered.
SKB MRI has been essential to my health as a player.
Their services are the finest.
SKB MRI helps me to get back on the field quickly and safely.
Because, as I said earlier, we at the SKNFA, we love football.
SKB MRI. Your health can't wait.
You're never too young to start planning for your financial future. That's why I decided to visit National Caribbean Insurance to speak with one of their friendly sales agents.
Here at NCI, we strive to ensure customer satisfaction by choosing the right policy for you.
Don't wait until it's too late to apply. Make an appointment to see a sales agent.
Visit us today. We serve, we protect, we satisfy. That's NCI.
The second round of the 2024 National Bank Group of Companies Premier League got off to a flying start this past weekend at the Warner Park. The round commenced with a shocking loss to league leaders SL Horses St. Paul's United, losing 2-1 to struggling Skellig Garden Hotspurs. Keith Roy Freeman scored for St. Paul's in the 6th minute, only for Kalani Heiliger to equalize in the 12th minute, and Shaquille Adams ensured the victory in the 43rd minute, just before half-time. After the match, George Yellowman Isaac, coach of Spurs, praised the resilience of his team after going down 1-0 early in the match.
Well, it wasn't a game plan really. We just have the ball field and training ground, just to work hard and just to dig a little deeper so we could come out victorious. It wasn't a game plan really, but still we gotta be mindful because St. Paul is a great team and we got some good players too, so we have to match their playing style and their players. So it's just dedication and commitment and sacrifice they lead to them.
Goalkeeper and one of the coaches for St. Paul's United, Jamal Jeffers, said back-to-back losses for St. Paul's are unusual, but this is just a blip in their campaign this season.
It's a bit disappointing, firstly, but you know, the team have to stay together in moments like this. We always try to stay together, try to be cohesive, because it's not what we do when we lose a game, but it's what we do together as a team. We still try to gel. There's a few things that we have to work on, you know what I mean? So we just got to continue to stay positive and try to pick the good and the bad and just move forward.
On Saturday, May 4th, at the Nevis Athletic Stadium in Long Point, Hot Springs Bath United drew 1-1 with Rams Village Superstars. That match was broadcast live on TVC Channel 40 and the SKNFA Facebook page and YouTube channel. Here are the highlights with commentary from Derek Mills.
And put that one through, but Amri still with it. Amri looking to put on the burners and screen that one across, and that one coming off of the post, and Joseph Wilkes picking up the loose ball and putting it into the back of the net. One for Richards. Richards looking to weave his way through, losing his footing, but Bartlett still with the ball. Bartlett fires a shot, and Zakis not able to get a proper hand on that, and that getting the equalizer.
Village Superstars ended the game with 10 men after Raheem Francis was sent off in the 71st minute after being issued a red card. On Sunday, it was the weekend's only doubleheader. MSCR Old Road United Jets drubbing Trafalgar South Stars 6-1. Goal scorers for Old Road Jets: Giovanni Lake in the 30th minute, John L. Isaac scoring 2 goals in the 21st and 81st minutes, Naquan Brown in the 28th minute, Curvis Collins in the 83rd minute, and Declan Hamilton in the 2nd minute of stoppage time. Jabari Willett of South Star scored the team's lone goal in the 60th minute. In Sunday's second match, Saul Island Auto Supply's Connery FC shocked Hunter Newtown United 1-0 with the goal coming from Javerne Matthew in the 77th minute. Assistant coach of Connery, Sven Carty, said they used a strategy from training which worked, but luck was also on their side.
Sure, I mean, the first round didn't win in our favor. Now we're ready to start to collect some points. It was a very tough game. I would say we were unlucky. We fought them down, and the final key to the game was the right side. Something we always try to put in the training, but never really worked on the field. We always worked 85 minutes, the last 5 minutes, the last 10 minutes, we utilized the other side, and that was the key to this game.
The final match of this past weekend was rescheduled for Tuesday, May 7th between Development Bank of St. Kitts and Nevis St. Peters FC and Flow Fuji-Kion Rockets. That game ended 1-1. Here are the highlights.
One to beat. Robert looking to find Nelson on the inside. Nelson putting through that one for Kati. Kati is met there by Harvey, and it's Nelson with the ball, and Nelson puts it into the back of the net. And Keon going up from 1-0 here.
Getting on his mark, and this one is coming caught, finding Harris, and this one is in the back of the net. It would have come off the boot of Aiden Nurse, and that one finds itself past Kai Trotman, and DSM Peters getting the equalizer here in the 38th minute of play.
Commentary there by Norval McCall and Derek Mills. After the match, coach Anthony Nets Isaac of Keon said he was pleased with the result.
A win would have been okay, but a draw, we're still there in second place, 19 points with St. Paul's at 20. So I feel we're in a good position still. We're not complaining about the draw, but again, a win would have been much better.
Coach Austin Deco Huggins of St. Peters believes his team should have won the match, but said a point should strengthen their resolve.
It's upon us now to gain as much points as possible, so we were not able to get 3. So it's important that we go away with 1 instead of nothing. So we always have a next day to fight again.
The National Bank Group of Companies Premier League continues this Friday, May 10th at 8 p.m. at the Warner Park, where the Garden Hotspurs will take on Flow Fuji-Kion Rockets.
But it's Village, Amri with the ball, playing through that one for Elliott. And Elliott looking to get away from Roberts, and Roberts using his speed against Elliott, where he's a bit more quicker than Elliott. Roberts goes back to Simmons. Simmons with a long punt up the right side, and Keon seems to be looking to build play on the right side using Malik. Malik still with it. Malik winning another corner is Keon, and St. Paul's not dealing with Malik Roberts very well tonight. He has been putting on some pressure.
We say welcome back to Warner Park. It's Spurs, Skelett Garden Hotspurs, doing battle against Development Bank St. Peter's. At the end of the first half, St. Peter's there in the ascendancy, 2-0. Goals coming from McKinnon Gums and Aidan Nurse. Spurs had a really good first 10 minutes, creating 2 clear-cut opportunities. They were not able to put them away, and they're now down 2-0. They have started the half. Looking to push forward is Steve Archibald, picking up a foul. He is their talisman. He has been supplying good deliveries to Challenger. He has not been able to put them away. I was having a conversation with someone in the crowd who said they think they have counted, Derek, somewhere close to 30 chances that Challenger might have had thus far for the season and may not have put any one of them away.
Well, as I said, Challenger will really have to do much better in terms of if he's going to be playing that position as the main striker for his team. He will have to come up big and be more responsible in terms of putting those balls beyond the goalkeeper and finding the back of the net. He's costing his team and costing them big. But it's St. Peter's looking to get back on top of things. It's Giant Duncan as that one is broken up by Valmont Jeffers, and it's Gums with the ball. That one deflecting off of Gums and going out for a throw-in on the eastern side. St. Peter's looking to press as early as possible, not trying to give Garden Hotspurs much space to get back into this game.
Yes, they would ill afford to allow Garden Hotspurs to get back into this game, to get a lifeline. They just want to continue to press and try and get even further ahead if they are to get another goal. Archibald with it, lays it off to Huggins. Huggins with it still. Turns on the inside, checks, comes back, gets around his marker. Again, he's still with it. Might want to pass now. He does so, but he overhits the pass, goes into touch.
Well, we see Steve Archibald acknowledging the effort there by Tikai Huggins, and that's a good start there for Spurs. At least you need to encourage your players and encourage your teammate as they try to do better. But it's St. Peter's looking to get up, and Dave Warner, who has been the best defender for Garden Hotspurs thus far, and Chubney pulling that one over the head as the flag going up on the eastern side for an offside. So Tuckett with a long punt upfield, looking for Archibald, controlled by Challenger. Challenger gift it away, and now Gums looking to play that one over, and Warner goes back to Tuckett, and Tuckett hitting that one upfield. Strong challenge coming in there by Shervin Allen, not able to win the header though, and that one goes into touch as Deon Stevens looking to go back to Shaquille Bazi and playing that one out. So it's a throw-in for Garden Hotspurs. Shervin Allen controls, looking to get away from Stevens, and it's a foul against Deon Stevens as Shervin Allen goes to the ground. So it's a free kick for Garden Hotspurs. They're down some 2-0. If they're gonna make a move, they have to make a move in the first 10-15 minutes of this second half novel to try and insert themselves back into the game.
Totally agree with you. They need to build that momentum. Get fresh out of the blocks. Get running, get going, get a goal. Heiliger takes this one deep into the box. Heads go up, but this one is going to sail over the touchline, and it's out for a goal kick. So they need to make good use of their opportunities. They just got into the box. That one much may not have been able to be done. But they strung some good passes, Derek, together. So they do have that ability to pass their way close to the box, and they just need to get their passing game going. There was a push by Heiliger there.
So St. Peter's, they're in defense, they're trying to get back as much persons behind of the ball. So Spurs, on the other hand, they're down 2-0. They will have to try and push men forward. They will have to play quickly. They will have to play as smoothly as possible in terms of not giving away the ball. But it's Stevens. Give it to Duncan. Duncan goes all the way over to the far post. Gomes fires a shot, and that one goes up into the stands. Up and away. That had to be Superman shot there.
Well, you know, Derek, is not the easiest thing to execute, a volley. Coming over like that and getting the right timing and technique on it. Gums had the right idea in taking a shot on goal. He just was unable to execute, and Adams will be going out. He'll be going off. Coming in to this encounter will be the number 88, who is replacing Allen. That's LeBron Edwards, Derek. And this is the second game Derek Adams have been going out early, so possibly might be carrying something.
Well, we know that he picked up a knock in the last game where he was having such a brilliant game after scoring a wonderful goal and putting Spurs up some 2-1, and he had to go off of the field, and someone had to come on to continue the job that he was doing. So let's see if a little fresh legs from the youngster Edwards can add to this attack for Garden Hotspurs. But it's Giant Duncan with the ball, looking to cut on the inside. Broken up there by Chubney. And it's Spurs now. Challenger lays it off for Archibald. Archibald still with the ball, cuts back. Archibald is fouled there by Galloway. And Galloway, you know Galloway gonna put in everything. You may beat him, but the ball will go, but not you, Novel.
Uncompromising sort of central defensive midfielder. He's gonna work really hard. He has a lot of experience as well. That position, I could remember him playing for some years for Keon and doing an absolutely brilliant job. I might have a lot more years left in him, but doing it for St. Peter's at this moment. It's Aiden Nurse turning, going long to Kirkland Harris. Beautiful control. He cuts on the inside, looking to find Mackinnon Gums down the left side, right side, sorry, but taken over by Jeffers, who plays with Tuckett. Tuckett plays this one forward, finds Tikoy Huggins. He's looking for options. He comes across to Edwards, who's just come onto the field of play. He goes back to Chumney. Chumney taking his time, finding Tikoy Huggins. He cuts on the inside. Spurs loses this one. It was Galloway who was looking to win it, but playing all the way back to Tuckett, who has some time. Spurs picks it up. Edwards has some time on the ball. Heiliger looks to go forward. He does so now. Picked up by Sherwin. Well, Challenger, and this one goes into touch.
So Challenger not controlling properly there, and Sherwin Allen getting back, and you see Heiliger going down, and it seems as if he was stepped on. Someone stepped on his foot, it seems as if, and Heiliger is seeking to get some sort of treatment there. And we see the Spurs physio coming into play for the very first time. We know that she was very, very busy during their last game.
Well, she herself looks lethargic. She's usually very quick across the ground, and but she's there with a little bit of ice. And I always say to myself, it's amazing what a little bit of ice or ice spread does for players. Just that little cold feeling on the injury.
Well, or the magic water, as we call it. Just a little sip of the water, and they're well. But it's Baz gifting away that one to Challenger. Challenger picks up, finds Archibald. Archibald looking to go through for Sherwin Allen, but broken up there by St. Peter's. And it's Deion Stevens with the ball, looking for Kirkland Harris. Kirkland Harris dribbling his way out of trouble, finds the speed in Lyndon David on the right side. David cuts back for Nurse. Nurse slows it down a bit and looking to reverse that one for Macken and Gums. And Nichols not taking any chances, hitting that one out for a corner kick and putting some pressure on Garden Hotspurs. I'm not sure why Nichols did not try and swing that one out for a throw-in, but he played safe.
I think he got himself in a very awkward position, was unable to turn, and he just, what we would say, kick where his face was, rather than looking to swing it for a throw. Again, you see St. Peter's Derrick looking to play quickly there.
And Spurs almost getting caught again. You see Macken Gums getting away from Tikoi and just speeding through. Luckily, there was some sort of mishap in the box there around the goalkeeper where the referee had to stop play. But it's a corner kick for St. Peter's. Dion Stevens plays that one across, tuck it, gets his hands to it. And Nurse with the ball still. Nurse looking to get away. He's being challenged by some 2 or 3 St. Peter's Spurs players, hitting that one into touch. So Spurs looking to double team. Well, it's an infringement against Aiden Nurse. So Spurs looking to play with a bit of urgency here now. Archibald chasing on that one for Chubney, cut out by Gums. Gums goes to Bazzi. Bazzi to Dion Stevens. Stevens keeping away and getting away from Heiliger again. And he has just been in cruise control, in manhandling, and putting Heiliger over his laps for the rest of this night, Novel.
He's been having a good game, is Dion Stevens. He's taking advantage of Heiliger, who is not looking confident. Had a good game last 2 games, had 2 very good games in my opinion. And in this one, he seems to be struggling. Dion Stevens has his number. He's been able to dribble around him. He's been able to use his pace, sometimes positioning, just having the better of him. And I think he's also lacking support from Sherwin Allen. But this one played by Gordon. Gordon picks it up now. He goes square across to Galloway. Galloway looking further afield. He finds Bazzi, who is coming out of defense. He goes to Lyndon David. This one is hit long. Kirkland Harris jumping for it. But won by Valmon Jeffers, and this one swung out by Nichols. But it's a foot chase. Bazzi picks up. This one is 1. Looking to get forward was Steve Archibald, and he was chopped down by Bazzi.
Well, I think Steve Archibald himself sold that foul in terms of getting the contact, and rather than playing strongman, he threw himself to the ground, knowing that he was not going to be able to reach that ball. But it's a free kick for Spurs. And Novel, I must say though, Spurs will have to push more numbers forward if they're going to want to be threatening. As this is St. Peter's is looking to make a double substitution. They will be taking out Aiden, bringing in the number 5 player. Also we see Gums coming off.
Number 5 is Jaleel Warner. And coming in is the number 29, Kadeem Rollins. Well, Nurse was having a good game as well, Derek, so I don't know if this is just to save the legs of these players, thinking that you have it in the bag and exposing others, giving them a chance. But here is Spurs getting a cross in. Would it be picked up by anyone? No. Shot coming in by Archibald. Another shot is blocked by Gordon. Spurs in the box, looking to do more with it. Gordon coming away, no. Twisting and turning. And this time, Bazzi does the job. He finds Harris. Harris is in some space. Looks to go right. Been picked up by Lyndon David. Ball played forward for Galloway. Sorry, it's not Galloway, but Rollins. And here is St. Peter's on the attack. Will it get to Harris? No. Partially cleared by Warner. Been ushered out. Bazzi picks up down the left side. Finds the danger man in Stephen. Been having a good game.
He has Heiliger in attendance, has a job to do. Cross coming in, a beautiful one, and heads go up, and this one sails over the crossbar. The player just inserted into the attack. The number 5, Jalil Warner, he was the one who got the head onto that one, Derek. So it's more attack seemingly for St. Peter's.
Well, they're not letting up and looking to get Spurs into this game, but it's Galloway fighting and tussling against Steve Archibald, and Archibald winning the free kick there as Galloway was holding on to the jersey of Steve Archibald. So it's a free kick for Garden Hotspurs. We're now just on the hour mark. And it's 2-0 in favor of St. Peter's. Garden Hotspurs looking to build from the back. Dave Warner with the ball. Dave looking to get away from Stevens and Tuckett with the ball now. Looking to go long upfield. Allen looking to flicker on that one. And Sherwin Allen with a handball not seen by referee or linesman, and Steve Archibald looking to play through that one as Hanley collecting that one easily and playing around with it a bit in the area. So it's a long punt upfield, finds Stevens. Stevens met there by Warner as that one deflected off of Warner, and it's a throw-in for Development Bank St. Peter's.
In the 62nd minute of play, throw taken by David. Stevens and David, he plays with Kirkland Harris. Picks up by Warner. And the missed kick by Warner, picked up by Edwards for Spurs. It's going to be Wallace is coming in. It goes to the far post. David tracking it down. But this one has gone out for a goal kick. So Derek, it seems as if St. Peter's will continue to attack and attack until this game is completed. They're going to look to put Spurs away.
Well, they need to get this full 3 points as well as Spurs need to get it as well. So, as we say, the table is very, very close, and at this stage, you can't afford to draw, much less to lose. So, each game is a very important game to each team at the moment. We know Spurs trying to climb their way out of relegation, and St. Peter's, on the other hand, trying to get 3 points to insert themselves into the top 4. So it's a points check, it's a battle check each and every time we meet here at Warner Park. These games are very, very important. We have a series of important games this weekend as well, Novel. I mean, you don't want to miss, no one wants to miss this weekend of football, Novel. We have a very, very packed calendar or fixture here for this weekend. A very, very tasty one, I must say, as that one is pulled overhead by Chubney, but it's St. Peter's still with the ball. Finds Warner. Warner gives it away. Allen now with the ball and gives it away to Gordon. Gordon finds Duncan. Duncan checks back, turns. Duncan still with it, looking for help, looking to play that one over for Rollins. But it's Giant Duncan with the ball, looking to play that one across for Steven. Steven hitting that one over, and Kirkland Harris not able to get much on that one. An outstretched leg, and just trying to redirect that one back across the face of the goal. But it's Steve Archibald. Some end-to-end action here. And Delroy Basley just touching that one away. And now Archibald is double teamed there by St. Peter's players. Chubney, Tikal with the ball. He's tackled down, and it's a free kick for Garden Hotspurs. They're down some 2-0. They have to try and get a goal back as soon as possible to try to build some sort of momentum. And they have players warming up on the sideline. They have a free kick of their own. Can they get this one on target? That's the question.
Well, that will be the plan. They really would need to
to get the ball on target, get it in the business area. Perhaps if you're not going direct on goal to get ahead on it, but we see players down, might be cramping. Is it Steve Archibald? He's been getting some stretches there. And Derek, every time we get to this mark, 65, 65th, 78th minute, someone goes down with cramps. And for me, it's a pretty warm night. I feel some heat, maybe because I'm coming from the Mansion area that has been blessed with rain for the past week non-stop. And Bastia seemingly have been dry as chips.
Well, they have been getting some drizzle here and there, but not the heavy showers. But it's a free kick for Garden Hotspurs, and Nichols is standing over it. We also have Edwards standing over it. So the referee is giving the St. Peter's players who is in the wall some instructions as she now sets and blows the whistle. Edwards firing one low and hard, and that one deflecting as Jaleel Warner comes away with it. Comes over to the left side. Dave Warner winning that one temporarily. And it's Dion Stephen goes on the inside, and lovely ball there by Giant Duncan. And it's St. Peter's, and Tuckett wrapping up that one there like a barbecue chicken, making that shot look like nothing there off of the boot of Raleigh. Spurs challenger looking for Tikoy looking to get away from Galloway, and Galloway with a bit of rough play and just shielding out Tikoy there and winning a free kick there. Lovely play there, I must say, by St. Peter's as they look to extend their lead.
Yeah, it was Wallins down the right side getting off a good shot. Wasn't able to get past Tuckett. Another change been made by St. Peter's. Nichols coming out, and the number 66 it gets into the fray of things in Marvin McSheen.
We see the goalkeeper coming off and missing the ball and hitting Copeland Harris into the face, and there was no call. The referee, being a Red Charles here, I must say, Novel, turning a blind eye. That clearly should have been a penalty.
Well, the crowd even thought so. She was on spot for whatever reason. She saw it differently, and the play will have to continue. It'll be interesting if we could see a replay of that one to see how that one really should have gone. Had St. Peter's gotten a penalty there, Derek, we could have almost said game over.
So true, and Spurs surviving that one as Tuckett almost making a big blunder there. But it's Dave Warner, and they are allowing the ball to bounce around, and Dave Warner is being held by Kirkland Harris. Spurs looking to play quickly as referee Shanda Wilkinson is pointing to the spot as Heiliger looking to take a quick free kick. So we're now into the 69th minute of play. Heiliger plays a short pass to Archibald. Archibald gives it away, comes away with it now, finds Allen. Allen back to Archibald. And lovely work there by Giant, just sticking away that one. But Lyndon Davis using his foot speed against Tikoy. Tikoy comes away with it, goes back to McSheen. McSheen hitting that one over. Put away there by Bazi. And it's a high foot there by Heiliger. And stepping into the instep of Dion Stevens. And Heiliger trying to just run back into his position. Not even trying to get into the mix of the referee.
Just get away from the crime scene and hope she forgets what happened. But she didn't, and she's issuing that yellow card. But I think it was an important play by Heiliger. He would have been caught upfield.
That is so true, and Dion Stevens would have probably been heading straight down that line. But, you know, Heiliger was so suspicious of that foul, Novel. he make it seem as if like he was caught. His mother caught him out of the yard when she told him to stay in. And as his mother saw him, he tried to just run straight to home.
Tried to get away from the crime scene,
but the mother got home and still beat him.
You know how that goes. You're told to stay home, you better stay home. If you get caught, you kind of know what's coming your way. And he got the yellow card, but St. Peter's continued to defend resolutely. And Jay and Duncan gonna look forward. This one is blocked and gonna go into touch.
So Spurs making double substitution as well, bringing in McSheen and Raquel Allen. So let's see if they can provide some sort of spark for Spurs in this final 20 minutes of play. But St. Peter's, on the other hand, is looking to extend their lead as well. They're not letting up. They're not backing off. They're not easing their foot off of the throttle. They're still looking for more goals, but it's Gordon. Comes left side, finds Bazi. Bazi inside, gives it away and wins it back. Gordon hitting, Bazi hitting that one over, and that one goes all the way through to Tuckett. But Spurs is very slow in getting upfield. And it's Tikoy gives it away. But now St. Peter's now enjoying some possession here. Harris cuts back. And Harris looking to play through that one for Stevens. And Heiliger winning that battle there. Galloway not able to control properly, but Gordon comes off his line and collects that as Valman Jeffers allows that one to just run all the way through to Tuckett, and Tuckett with a big punt upfield. Galloway gets onto it, puts back that one to Delroy. Delroy hitting that one over the top, looking for Stevens as Harris gets on the end of it. Controls, he's met there by Warner, and Warner hits that one into touch. And St. Peter's now looking to make another substitution as Kirkland Harris is now being removed, as you see a player there in Leo. This seems to be a former player of South Stars. Novel, he's moving away from South Stars and now going to St. Peter's as the transfer window has been open. So we'll see players moving around within the next few weeks thereabouts. So each and every time we come, we possibly will be seeing a new face in New Jersey's Novel.
Yes, definitely. You would imagine guys who they're not getting enough minutes, somebody who is in a disagreement with their coach, deciding they want to move on. But you were mentioning about the importance of the 3 points, Derek. The table is so tight. St. Paul's, 20 points. Fluff GK and Rockets, 19. Oldwood, 17. Rams Village Superstars, 17. Development Bank St. Peter's, they're on 15. So if they are to get these 3 points, Derek, it shows you the kind of progress they will make up the table. Very, very early, playing the first game on the weekend. If you're winning this one, they're going to put pressure on the other teams to get a result. And with the big game on Sunday night with St. Paul's versus Rams Village Superstars, that one is expected to be a tasty one.
I should say every game on this fixture should be a tasty one. This weekend, I mean, tomorrow we have Challenger firing a shot, and Challenger puts a rocket over shot into the back of the net. Challenger finally finding the back of the net. Spurs getting back into the mix of things here, into the 74th minute of play. Challenger with a lovely volley here, Novel.
Well, I've mentioned his name or not in the negative, but this time, Derek, he took this one and it was on the top of the box. He struck it powerfully away from the goalkeeper in the V, and he had no opportunity. Well executed shot on goal, brilliant goal. Spurs back in this one. We have a game on hand. It's 2, St. Peter's, Spurs 1.
So St. Peter's now will get a heat check as Spurs getting a lifeline here. But it's St. Peter's with the ball still. We have Rollins trying to play that one down as that one goes into touch for throwing for St. Peter's as Steve Archibald goes down again. And at this moment in time, Steve Archibald, he has been doing so much for his team. As you said, he has been the talisman, and he cannot afford to leave the game at this moment. They will have to do just about everything to try and get Archibald back.
Especially after losing Adams, who basically links with Archibald really well. So you see the physio hustling on now, Derek, very quickly, and she will have to do what she can, get those magic fingers working on Archibald to keep him on that pitch for Spurs. They are now back in the game, Derek, and with an opportunity to probably get a result. St. Peter's would definitely want to have other ideas to hold this one out or to press their advantage even further on.
So true, but just to remind you, you're not missing any action here as Steve Archibald is now moved off of the field, and it's a throw-in for Development Bank St. Peter's. We're now into the 76th minute of play. Spurs just getting back a consolation goal here. Can they get the equalizer? Will Development Bank St. Peter's buckle under the pressure of Spurs, or can they extend their lead? Galloway puts this one in as Bazzi comes away with it. Strong tackle coming in there by Heiliger, and it's a throw-in for St. Peter's. St. Peter's now looking to just melt the clock a bit and take their time to start play. Stephen goes back to Bazzi, and now Thompson is between the trees of the Spurs players, and Challenger with a burst of energy, not able to get away from the St. Peter's defense, but it's Warner. Goes back to Galloway. Galloway to Bazzi. Bazzi to Gordon. Gordon comes left side, finds Bazzi. Bazzi just flicking on that one for Dion Stevens, and Heiliger top-poking that one out. As we see George Yellowman, Isaac is a bit frustrated and trying to get some information across to the young Heiliger, his right defender. And I suspect that Heiliger is under so much pressure, he's trying his best to try to stay afloat here against Dion Stevens.
Yes, he's up against a really good attacker, and he's right next to his coach there, so he's getting those instructions. And I could imagine, Derek, some of them are not really nice. They're probably well colored for Heiliger, but he must take it in the right way to do a job for his team. But here's St. Peter's, J.N. Duncan playing with Rollins. Ball being cut out momentarily. Spurs with it now, looking to get forward. It's Tikoy plays a long ball. Who's running onto it? Appears to be Challenger down the left side. Has Gordon to beat. Gordon doing a job and getting there just in the nick of time to collect that one. So good defensive work by Gordon.
Yes, and luckily Gordon has those long legs and he has good foot speed to keep up, to run with Challenger. Challenger trying his best as he scored that goal and looking to make up for those lost chances that he threw away in the first half. And Spurs now with the ball. Allen finds Wakel Allen. Allen goes left side as Archibald is back onto the field. Archibald looking to play through that one for Raquel Allen, and Galloway just getting back and just hitting that one out and trying to get it away as far as possible from the goal. And it's a throw-in for Garden Spurs. As Spurs now is pushing. Seem as if they have gotten a bit of energy and a bit of lifeline. They are now seeing a little light in the tunnel as Hanley gets down and just collect that long shot there from Steve Archibald, some 40 yards out. And Giant Duncan taking that one, and it's a long ball through, and Tuckett is off his line quickly and just covering up Heiliger there and Giant Duncan with a poor challenge there on Heiliger, and Giant Duncan will surely pick up a yellow card. And Heiliger is screaming and rolling all over the floor. And I suspect Heiliger getting touched there just above the shin. And the physio is on quickly. Heiliger back into playing condition. So Spurs looking to get the equalizer here. St. Peter's on the other hand looking to deny them and try to keep this 2-1 lead and try to extend it.
Well, since the goal, Spurs have been building some good momentum, Derek, getting forward, creating a little bit of chances, but Heiliger took a heavy challenge there and hobbling off right now. Don't know if he'll be able to continue, but they need everyone on the pitch right now to continue to try and pressure St. Peter's. They have been in the ascendancy for the last 5 minutes, looking good on the ball again. They have gotten that goal. They need to press to see if they could get. Duncan collects a red card. It must have been something he said. And this is a strange situation, Derek. Is it a direct red he collected?
He got a yellow card first on the player. I'm not sure. I did not see what happened after. I'm not sure if the referee. I'm not sure if the fourth official had a conversation.
It must have been because he had a gesticulation after he got up after the tackle. I don't know if the coach for Spurs, George Elamai Isaac, said something to him, but he had a gesticulation that was in some way very insulting, and I don't know if words followed that one. So maybe the fourth official picked up on it, and that may have caused the red card. But I've said in these broadcasts that I find the players in this league, they get some really, really silly cautions and some silly, silly red cards, and there was another one. St. Peter's have been in charge of this game, Derek, and he going off can create a situation that leaves Spurs with a really good advantage here. But St. Peter's are attacking again down the left side. It's the number 12. He doesn't control, it's Thompson, and it goes into touch, and Spurs with a throw, and they're going to be looking to play quickly here.
So Spurs with a one-man advantage. Can they use this to the advantage in terms of pushing an extra man forward? And Giant Duncan has been very aggressive in the midfield for St. Peter's and supplying balls up front. But he has been great, but he's now off of the field. So St. Peter's will have to continue and change their strategy in terms of going forward. But it's Deion Stevens with the ball. Finds Thompson. Thompson gives it away poorly. And it's a long ball by Machine up top. Gordon up and just putting that one down for Galloway. Galloway finds Rollins. Rollins control. And Rollins is met there by Wakel Allen, and it's a throw-in for Garden Hotspurs, and the referee signaling it's a throw-in for St. Peter's. And another substitution is looking to... Well, the fourth official is calling a bit of help here. As you see, Hanley is now down on the ground and looking to get some sort of treatment here. So Hanley going down, and St. Peter's is calling in all the players now as they're playing with a man shot, and we have seen this on several occasions now where teams uses this to get their players a little rest. So Spurs now making a substitution again. This will probably be their final substitution. They have taken out Heiliger and brought in the number 25 player,
Hajari. Appears to be a Hajari, number 25. Yeah, it's Hajari. I can't call the first name.
Well, that's I think that's another South Stars player. That's another South Stars player.
They have been moving around,
yeah.
South Stars.
So Guys are jumping the ship. South Stars yet to get a point, and guys seeing what is happening, and they're jumping the ship, but they have jumped from last place to second to last place. So
well, in this instance, with Thompson have moved probably to 4th or 5th place. So Thompson probably, you would say, making the better of the decisions.
So let's see if Hajari can bring a little spark to this game for Garden Hotspurs. I mean, we saw him on the field for Trafalgar South Stars, and he has been good. He has been great in terms of providing a little spark for South Stars. So let's see if he can get into the mix of things here. We see he's being consoled and getting a little pep talk here by one of the Spurs players. Seems to be Dave Warner. Or well, you see, Mark Sheen is giving Hajari a little pep talk. So now Hanley is back up onto his feet as we try to get back into the mix of things to try to resume play.
Well, we're in the 80th minute of play. Just a few minutes before regulation time. Spurs looking long. Bazi gets this on the head, not cleared. Missing again. This one is now hit forward. Controlled partially by Thompson. He goes wide to Wallins. Wallins picks up now, dribbling forward. Has some space, now being closed down. Cuts on the inside. Players looking a bit slow in covering, but he's still with it, looking for that left-footed pass. Cut out by Hajari, who's looking long. He finds Challenger, who is in a offside position. And St. Peter's not rushing this at all, Derek, just trying to burn as much time off the clock. They're up some 2-1 here in the 89th minute of play. And we're going to have some significant time added on for stoppages.
Yes, Spurs now moving to a 3-man defense. But it's St. Peter's. Thompson with the ball, looking to get away from the Spurs defense. Thompson still with it, still looking to turn. Thompson goes to the ground as Raquel Allen deflects that one off of Rollins, and it's a goal kick now for Garden Hotspurs. It's 2-1 in favor of St. Peter's. St. Peter's going up 2-0, and now Spurs getting back a goal in the 74th minute off of the boot of Challenger, after Challenger missed some 2 or 3 chances thereabout. But it's Spurs looking for the equalizer. Is Ralph Gomes open? Is Quick Bargain open? Can they go to Quick Electronics Novel? Where will they get this equalizer from?
Well, they need that equalizer if they're to stay in this one. They don't want to lose 3 points here. But this one is picked up by Hajari, getting a shot off. And even though Hanley was blindsided, he was able to get down and collect that one. So Spurs continue to try and find this equalizer. Where they're going to get it from, uncertain. Hajari tried.
Well, that one was blindsided of Hanley, going through the legs of the defender there for St. Peter's, but it's Warner looking to hit that one over, and he overhitting that one a bit too long. So Spurs now pressing upfield. We're in the 90th minute now. So we have 5 minutes to play here. So Spurs have 5 minutes remaining. Can they get the equalizer? Can St. Peter's hold on? It's Deion Stevens looking to get around Warner. Warner has been the best defender for Garden Hotspurs for the night. But it's Deion Stevens taking this one down into the corner. And he's pushed to the ground. And Deion Stevens just tossing the ball away as that one deflected off of him. So it's a goal kick for Garden Hotspurs.
Spurs need to play with some urgency here. There to get this one forward. It's Edwards with it now. Spurs looking to get forward. Giving it away, Edwards takes over. Doesn't control well, has to go all the way back to Dave Warner. Is he going to go long? Not getting it out of his feet quickly, playing with Tuckett with Jeffers. Jeffers will have to make a decision. Is he going to go long? He decides to do so now. Looking to play in challenger. He controls, checks back, cuts on the inside. Another step over. He goes wide. Will a cross come in? Tries a outside of the boot cross, doesn't come off. It's cleared by Stevens. Ball headed back in. Galloway trying to control, but Edwards take over for Spurs. With some time, coming all the way wide to Tikoy Huggins. Controls off of the chest brilliantly. Can he make a good cross? Gets a cross, doesn't get past Bazi. Played in by Edwards. Picked up again by Tikoy Huggins. What is he gonna do? Trying to pick a pass. This one picked up by Hajawi. Chawi finds Huggins. Huggins down the right side. Gives it back to Hajawi. He's pulled, and there's a foul. An opportunity here for a free kick, Derek.
That was a silly foul there by Thompson, and Hajawi was right in the mix of things, not going anywhere. And all Thompson had to do is just try to work to get back on the end of the defense and try to push Hajawi as wide as possible from the goal, or try to make it as difficult as possible. But 2 minutes gone so far in this extra time, so we have some 3 minutes remaining. Can Spurs get this one on target? It's Max Sheen with the ball. He has the wall to beat. A three-man wall set up by St. Peter's. They're down a man. Max Sheen is curling that one all the way over, and it's into the back of the net.
Oh!
The free kick here by Max Sheen.
It's an absolute brilliant one.
Coming back, getting the equalizer here. As Tuckett is racing down to the goal, and Tuckett with the celebration in front of the goalkeeper. Lovely free kick. As I said, Narval, that was a silly foul by Thompson, and it cost his team.
Oh! That was absolutely brilliant. Curling. It was a little bit outside of the post, Derek, and it curled right into the top corner. Max Sheen, who came on as a substitution, we must remember that as well, Derek. A brilliant decision, and Tuckett is still celebrating. And it appears as if Spurs could get a point from this one, but Tuckett is overdoing this one and might risk himself getting a card. He's all in the face of Hanley, but he's still on the go. Now he kicks the ball away, and he's definitely... The silliness of these players sometimes really trouble me. It really troubles me. Now, what are you going to pick a card up for that?
We still have 3 minutes to play now.
We still have time in the game. It's not over.
All this celebration Tuckett has put on, running up and down the field. He's winded now. I mean, St. Peter still have the ball to come forward. I mean, his hands is on his knees now, so
totally
he does not have the energy to move in the goal. So what if a shot comes now?
It probably will get past him. It probably will get past him.
And he picked up a silly yellow card after getting away with the celebration by the referee. He ran some 40 yards and kicked the ball away.
He ran the entire length of the field. It's absolute craziness here.
But Spurs getting a bit of daylight here and bouncing back. Max Sheen with a brilliant of a free kick and putting that one past Hanley. Hanley had no chance whatsoever, and that one bringing some sort of stir. I mean, there goes the final whistle now, Novel.
I don't know, Derek, if Max Sheen will ever strike a ball as cleanly and as brilliantly as that. I don't know, but Spurs gave everything here, Derek, and they were able to come back and get a result out of this, being down some 2-0 in the first half. They fought and clawed their way back into this one. Challenger finally getting a goal, Derek, after having so many chances.
Well, as we see Leo Thompson walking off of the field, and he's wiping his face, he's crying, Novel, after giving up the silly foul on Hajawi to give up that free kick. And as I said, it was a silly foul by Thompson.
Yeah, you're right. He just needed to get goal side and usher the attacker closer to the line and further away from the goal. But he gave up a foul in a dangerous area, and Max Sheen made him pay. It was an absolutely gorgeous strike. Maybe possibly goal of the season.
Boy. Well, this was a really, really good game, I must say. Spurs fought and they fought and they fought. As we said, they needed some sort of lifeline. They got that lifeline from Challenger in the 74th minute of play. And Challenger making up for his losses and giving Spurs that goal. And then Maxine, on the other hand, coming up with some brilliance and putting that one past Hanley to give Spurs that 1 point. But St. Peter's will feel very, very bad knowing that they had good control of this game, Novel, and allow it to just slip and give them a draw.
Well, they let it slip in the 74th minute is when Spurs started to mount their comeback, and it really came against the run of play. And challenge the two goals that Spurs scored, Derek, they were sublime goals. They were beautiful goals, well-struck goal. Challenger's goal was well hit to the far post, and Machine's was even better with that left foot curling around the wall and just outside of that goal post and creeping in for the second goal. And you're talking about a tense table, you're talking about a tense league, a tight league. No result is guaranteed. Derek, you thought that St. Peter's had this 1-1, and Spurs just fought their way back brilliantly.
Yes, I'm sure.
I think if this was in the first round, they would lose this game. George Yellowman Isaac has certainly brought some belief, some fight, to some spine, some testicular fortitude to this Spurs team.
Well, the subs came on for Gab Hotspurs, and they did their work in terms of coming on and supplying that sort of energy and sparking the team. I mean, the moment he made the first double substitution in terms of taking out Nichols and bringing in Maxine and the other person there in Edwards, I mean, you saw a difference in their play. You saw the game change a bit, and they were able to exploit St. Peter's on the other hand. But I must say, that red card to Giant Duncan was very, very big cost.
Crucial
for St. Peter's on the other hand. I mean,
it was crucial. It was crucial. You gave up the engine room of your midfield. He has been that for them, and for any team he plays for, he's here, there, and everywhere. He gave that up. Then you gave a man advantage as well. So it's almost like losing two players when you lose Jan. He does so much on the field, but it's indicative of what has happened thus far this season for so many teams. The folly, the foolishness that players do, the brainless behavior. And then another player on the bench got a red card. So you basically sacrificed the player, you gave a goal up, then you allowed Spurs a silly foul, and they were able to come back. But I think it's brilliant for football.
So brilliant. St. Peter's drawing back-to-back games here, Novel, and I suspect that they had two games that they gave away, basically. I mean, 2 games they gave away in terms of coming up with draws, but nonetheless, I think the fans had a good one on their hands. They got their money's worth, and you who was viewing, we thank you once again. We trust and hope that you did enjoy this encounter. But tomorrow, we have some great matches coming up.
So the games for tomorrow at 6 p.m. is South Stars versus Bath, and at 8 p.m. it's Keyon taking on Newtown. So that one trust to be a good one. And just to keep it in your head, on Sunday it's Connery versus Old Road, and then it's St. Paul's versus Rams Village Superstars. That one is also going to be a tasty one. But the games for tomorrow, again, it's South Stars versus Bars at 6, and it's Keyon, Fluff Woji Keyon Rockets taking on the Honda Newtown.
So ladies and gentlemen, as we do our wrap up here, as we say good night from Warner Park, this is Derek Ocean Mills, and we thank you for logging on and joining us, and we invite you to share your feedbacks as we go forward, as we draw closer and closer to the Final Four. And the second round has surely been a great spark in terms of giving us some great goals and some great games, and we are so thankful in terms of what we have gotten here tonight. Spurs have surely brought a difference to the second round. We have seen a different texture of play. We have seen a different attitude from the players, and they went away with a point here tonight, and they are much happy rather than losing the 3 points.
It's always important to get a result, Derek, and that is what they were able to do this evening. They got a result, got that point. It may not have been 3, but definitely they didn't want to lose the 3 points. And the attitude, it has been different from Spurs. And first 2 games of the second round, they have gotten 4 points. 3 points from St. Paul's, and any point from St. Paul's is a big point, Derek. And to be able to get one from a losing position, coming back from 2 goals down, they will feel happy to be on the training ground next week. But we thank listeners for joining us and viewers of this broadcast. I'm Norval McCall, and it was my pleasure being here with you.